I have well over 600 single eyeshadows in my collection. And today, I'm going to let a wheel decide whether these shades end up living permanently in my collection or if they gotta go. This is my Eyeshadow Roulette, the 5-use Audit. I'm going to spin the wheel and let it choose 10 random shadows. And then I have to use each one of them 5 times in order to roll them out. And then we'll decide whether they get to stay or get kicked out. This is a monthly collab that I will be doing with Andi from Andi Does Stuff and Donna from My New Obsession. This is a brand new project, and it is the brainchild of Andi from Andi Does Stuff. I loved watching her Beauty A to Z project that she did in 2025, and it was using all single shadows. And I was hoping to come up with something to do for 2026 because with those many eyeshadows, I need to do something to start using those up. So when she told me about this idea of letting the wheel pick 10 shadows, use them 5 times, I was all in. I invited myself right on up in there. So I believe that we're all kind of doing the same things, but we can all do obviously whatever we want to. So the rules and how each of us are doing things may be a little bit different. I will have both of their videos linked down in the description box below so that you can go check it out and see if the wheel was kind to them. Today is just the intro. I'm going to be spinning the wheel to get my 10 shadows, and then there will be updates monthly to see how many are rolling out and what the wheel will pull back in. I will also give you an update on whether the shades that are rolling out are staying or if they're out of here. The rules are simple. The wheel is in charge. Each shade has to be used 5 times. And I'm allowed to use helper shades. All right, let's spin this wheel and see what she's going to give me. And the first shadow that we have is Cleonda Cathedral. This is a beautiful shade, and I am quite excited to be using this one. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful shade. For the next shadow, we have Give Me Glow Mermaid Waters. This is such a beautiful blue shade. And to be honest, just a little bit intimidating, but that's part of the reason why we are doing this project. Moving on to the next shade. We have Sydney Grace, Sierra Nevada. I actually had this shade in a little BYOP that I built back during the summer, I believe. Very nice shade. Next up. Ooh, Divina Butter Pucker. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. Divina has amazing eyeshadows. So far, the wheel is picking a very colorful palette for me for February. Let's see what's up next. Sydney Grace Lucky Peach. This is a beautiful, beautiful shade. It is so buttery and creamy. And the next shadow. Divina Patrina. I love this shade. It is so incredibly grungy. It is definitely a Leanna shade. And now for the next spin. Makeup Geek, Eternally Grateful. This is a very nice shadow that I have used quite often. I actually keep this shadow in my little everyday palette, which I will show you once we're done pulling all the shades. Moving on to shade number 8. Another Makeup Geek, Current Obsession. That shade is going to go very well with Eternally Grateful and with Patrina. Let's spin for shade number 9. Another Divina shade, Envy. What a beautiful green that is. And the last shade. Oh, Divina Twinkle Toots. I love that name. That is such a great name and such a beautiful shade. Oh my gosh. And here are all the shades swatched out together. Now, some of these shades did not swatch very well on my hand. If you want to know how dry your skin is, just do some swatches. I realized after I was done swatching that my hands were really dry. It's very cold here in Missouri. My skin has been really dry this year, and I had just got done doing dishes, and I should have put some lotion on my hands, but it is what it is. So I made up a little card so that I could keep track of all of my uses. I have already used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the shades, and that is what I am currently wearing. I thought that I would do a look with the shadows so that you could see that the swatches on my hand where they look kind of patchy do not translate that way when I actually use the shadows on my eyes. Now, the Makeup Geek, if you're familiar with Makeup Geek has been discontinued. I know that Marlena is working on rebranding and doing some more eyeshadows. So those shades are a little on the older side. They did feel just a little bit dry, but just on the very top. Once I got through that top layer, they performed just as well as they always did. I love the look that I created, so I'm very comfortable that I am going to be able to get all 5 of my uses, hopefully on all 10 of these, before the next update. We will be posting these updates on the very last Friday of every month. It is my intention to take pictures of the looks that I create with these shadows so that I can show those to you in the update videos. I'm telling you that to hold myself accountable because I always forget. I'm trying to hurry up and get ready to go to work, and then halfway to work I'm like, oh, I didn't take a picture. So hopefully I will remember to do that so you can see how I incorporated these shadows into my looks, because some of them can be just a little bit intimidating. I mean, look at that mermaid water shade. But I think that I can absolutely use that. You know, even if you don't like really intense shades, you like them in the pan, but not necessarily so much on your lids, you can use them in ways that are very subtle, that look very nice. You don't have to, bam, throw it on your lid so that, you know, you look like a beaming train coming down the tracks. This is the palette that I was talking about. This is my everyday palette. If you have been here a while, you have seen me show this palette and talk about this palette quite often. These are supporting shadows, companion shadows. This is my everyday palette that, you know, if I'm in a hurry, like if I get up late to go to work, I pull this palette. I probably pull it too often. As you can see, I have quite a few pans in there. It's very messy, and that Eternally Grateful lived right there. So I was surprised that that shadow was pulled. Probably should have spun the wheel and let it choose something else, because that's a shade that I didn't use all the time, but I have used it quite frequently. So I will be using this palette when I need to create a look with these shades, but also I want to just individually pull some of these and use them with some of the other palettes, like the 90 that I figured out I had not used that were in my collection. I hope that this little project will be interesting to you and that you will follow along. This is going to be a full year-long project. I'm quite excited to get through all of my shadows. They are in this little box over here. It's an art pencil box that I turned into a single eyeshadow organizer so that I could put all of my shadows in there. It holds a ton. And apparently I'm working to fill it up. I have a whole video on how I made that. That was something that Debutante did. Debutante does not post on her channel anymore, but if you go watch my video, there is a link to hers as well. Don't forget to go down in the description box and check out Andi and Donna's videos. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your time here with me. If you did, I would love it if you would show that like button some love. If you are not yet subscribed, I hope you will hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload an update on this singles project. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age or any size. Find something to be grateful for today, pull your makeup out and play with it, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay. Love you, bye.